public grievances to set the context for the discussions.
Respected Additional Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, Secretaries to Government of India, Additional Secretaries, Joint Secretaries, other officials, dear probationers drawn from various services, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all on the occasion of the 9th Civil Services Day. Government of India celebrates 21st April every year as Civil Services Day, which provides civil servants to rededicate themselves to the cause of citizens and renew their commitment to public service and excellence in their work. In view of the changing paradigm in governance, rising aspirations of the citizens, rapidly developing economy, and increasing international stature of India, a time has come to take stock where our civil service stands vis-a-vis the new and emerging challenges and how we overcome these challenges. Citizen centricity, process simplification, and re-engineering, and greater use of ICT to cut through red tape and corruption are the new buzzwords in public service, and it should be our endeavor to see how these could be integrated in our functioning as public servants. Civil Services Day this year has brought these aspects into sharper focus, and the changes in the narrative and content of the program this year is to make it resonate more with the present day concerns. Unlike in the previous years, the Civil Services Day this year is being celebrated on 2 days, 20th and 21st of April 2015. This will provide us more time to dwell on the issues requiring our undivided attention and in-depth analysis. We have also involved the states in a big way this year and tried to integrate their views on the issues to be discussed in this forum today and tomorrow. The states were asked to prepare a paper on the selected themes by a team of senior officers involved in policy planning, as well as junior officers who are engaged in implementation. A number of states have contributed to the themes we are going to discuss now. Similarly, we have also called for the views of central and state training institutes spread across the country to give us their important feedback on the thematic areas taken up for discussion. We have also tried to reach out to the wide spectrum of stakeholders through MyGov platform. All these have enriched our understanding of the expectations and what we should be doing and what we should not. To strengthen the replication and scaling up efforts, we have also included 2 of the best practices in your conference kits. As you would have noticed from the program, we have 5 discussion panels this year, as against the usual 3 in the previous years. We have involved Niti Aayog in one of the panels, Housing, where Dr. Arvind Panagaria, Vice Chairman, has kindly consented to chair the panel. The focus on all these themes is essentially in the context of minimum government and maximum governance. We have also engaged knowledge partners who are consultancy organizations of eminence, and they have contributed to the discussion significantly by developing discussion papers. A word about the prestigious Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration. The Government of India has instituted the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration to acknowledge, recognize, and reward the extraordinary and innovative work done by officers of the state and central government. This year, the Honorable Prime Minister would be presenting these awards for 2012-13 as well as 13-14 in 3 categories. For the first time, these initiatives have been selected through a new scheme of in-depth analysis and scrutiny so that the officials involved in the selection process have a first-hand view of the initiatives. We have also undertaken an exercise to study if the initiatives which have been awarded in the past are still continuing, and also to see whether they have been replicated and scaled up in their geographies where they actually were launched. we also constituted teams of central and state government officials for evaluation of these initiatives, which were to be awarded in 13-14. I hope that the upcoming sessions would set the tone for a rigorous brainstorming on how we reform our working in keeping with the new and emerging requirements of quick and efficient and high-quality service delivery in the country. I thank you all to have come and participated on this occasion. I am sure that your valuable contribution to the discussion would lead to concrete action points for the future administrative reforms in the country. Thank you all.